This is Nightly Fix.
Nightly Fix. Nightly Fix.
Nightly Fix. Nightly Fix.
On News Talk 93 FM. It's a fix.
Bomber job.
Welcome back to Nightly Fix News Talk 93 FM. It's your boy now here. Ari DJ Burns, Dam, KTI, Kim the intern, Vince Boss. Alright, boy, I have some special guests in the building right now.
Them special guests, I never get one of them name the way those call
Some special name, man.
Then them fly past me.
But yeah, we say producing juggernauts, reggae and dancehall, we say them people, right? I we say titans of the dancehall, reggae, producing game, we say them people. Fresh off a winning producers of the year, Star Awards, Chimney Records in the building.
Big up.
Yo. What's up?
But can you please just introduce yourself?
Yeah, differently because, yeah.
Okay, well, my name is Jordan. I mean, I don't think I've introduced myself after that big intro that we just got a while ago, you know what I mean? So, this is David, of course. We are production duo at Chimney Records.
Okay.
Of course, otherwise from a production duo and we have our own record label and thing, right?
Yeah, man. Chimney Records is a label.
Mm-hmm. So, Zaga, who else on label?
Nobody else officially yet. Zaga is the first officially signed artist. So, until him reach where we want him to reach, we're just going to focus on his career. And, we don't have any time to focus on any other artists until him get where we want him to get.
So how are you a part of his career? Like you producing it and you managing, like how involved are you in it?
Everything. I mean, we do everything from management to bookings to production. We oversee everything that he does, all the other riddims that he voices, and we have a part in every single thing.
Yeah,
so why is it so special?
I mean, I guess he, to an extent, was in the right place at the right time. How did it go? He sent to you or Eruption?
No, it's actually, I was talking to, this is kind of a coincidental story because me and, who is now Eruption, I know him as Rajan from back in the day. Me and him used to work at the same place. And, when we finally formed Chimney Records, before I think even RD Studios had come about, I'd link him and, I was talking about artists and whatever, and he was just like, yo, me have a youth from Ochi where bad and whatever, and him voice a song for when I read him them, and him send me Zaga's song and Island Vibes with him. And me and David just, we sat down and we listened to all of him songs and call him in a meeting, him come up from Ochi, and, we were just really impressed. So, what we're really mostly impressed about is the versatility and, the fact that him can rap, him can DJ, him can sing, and him have a really good voice and image and everything. Him very marketable at the same time,
Okay, so he's now a part of the Pepsi.
The refresher tour. Yeah, man.
So from when inside him?
When was it? Officially like 2 years ago? 4 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah, when did Change come out?
Change was probably 2011 for you. But the thing is that, I mean, we went through a lot of strange periods in between then and now, including moving studios, Zaga moving from Ochi to Kingston, and we're really finally ready to start focusing on his career now, and which is why we're even working on we're working on an EP with him right now. He actually just came back from a Europe tour to promote that EP. It's called Sleepless Nights, so you can look out for that soon. We're actually in the process of fast tracking all of the mixing and everything now.
Alright, as you mentioned before, just win the award for best producers.
Yeah, man.
The Star Award. What that mean to them?
Well, I mean, we appreciate the recognition 100% still, We don't do the work for recognition per se, we do it mostly. I mean, we started everything, we started doing all of this because of love of music. But one of the core principles behind Chimney Records is we always try and put our best foot forward where it comes to work ethic or production values or any kind of work output. We always try and make it the best we can possibly. So, to receive the award from such a, this universal accepted publication like the Star, it really means a lot. And it's just reinforcement, it keeps us going, motivates us to do even better work.
I guess you're saying that there would be a core value is to produce good music, but then obviously business. And I was reading an interview that he was doing that he's saying sometimes the creative side and the business side kind of conflict in that sense? Because what you mean by that? I was trying to understand what you mean by that when the creative and business, like, how is it conflicting?
Well, I mean, that could come in to play in a number of ways, I think. Sometimes, you know, each individual has their own musical taste, but at the same time, the genre, the state of the industry, let's say dancehall music, might be in one place and you might prefer something else, you know. So, I mean, there are different situations, but we always basically find a balance between it. And we listen to all sorts of genres where, you know,
Well, I don't listen to music at all. This man listens to all
Wait, what? You're a producer and you don't listen to music?
No, man, so no, the man expose himself just. It's not the first. So Zaga, him not listen to music, he not listen to music. I don't man, manager.
I'm not the first me hear a producer say that still enough. It's not the first me hear that.
I don't know, I just don't really like to be influenced by other things. And not to mention,
I understand. Yeah.
well, that is one thing. And then another thing to me is that because I do a lot of mixing as well, I'm literally always in front of the computer mixing work, music in my ears all day, every day. So you see, even when I reach in the car, it's like a subconscious thing. I don't even realize most of the time. I just automatically just turn the volume down to 0.
Okay.
So I mean,
I'm the opposite of him. I'm always listening to some music, whether it's our productions or other dancehall, reggae, all types of genres, EDM, hip hop.
Because me just that ask like one inspiration like we create a rhythm. If this one and I listen man. Listen nothing like what inspiration then?
No man, yeah. No, it's just like we said, the love for music, you know. So I mean, even from day one, we've always had, you could hear like influences from other genres, you know, like with the synths that we use and, you know, some, you know, like hip hop patterns or mixed in with the dancehall and stuff. And even, you know, innovating, you know, new things like island vibes. There wasn't really that kind of archetype of production at that time, you know, where you have the guitar and atypical drum pattern, you know. So yeah, these influences.
You should know that now, atypical.
Yeah.
Drum.
And one thing what I'm just say a while ago, I noticed the guitar or the mixing the guitar like that, and you never really get that from producers.
You know what? I want to say. Really, the work that they do is that, as he said before, is that they don't just stick to one type. Because when you listen to Happy or Riddim, and you see them stay Sabam, and the rhythm after that is country bus rhythm.
Yep.
I mean, that balance, it shows the whole versatility of the,
it's not just reggae.
And I mean,
and then all three of them, it kind of, you have, as you say, you have Happy Hour and then you have Country Bus, and then when you before that we did have Rising Sun,
which
a fusion between dancehall and reggae. So you know what I mean. What we decided to do is what we wanted to do is eventually start producing reggae, but we didn't want to just jump in before we knew what we were doing. So we kind of took time to transition over from dancehall to reggae, which was Island Vibes to Chill Spot to Rising Sun.
I just realized that.
Which is
the
reggae
rhythms, it really work for you. It work, you know. If you don't realize them go far, you know, because Chill Spot was very Chill Spot is big.
Yeah.
Just like Island Vibes was bad. Rising Sun badder.
So like why you wanted to move like from is like
no, we're not moving away from dancehall now, we're just trying to develop into another genre of music, of production as well.
Yeah, because, I mean, we appreciate all these different styles and we have these ideas, but the reason why we take the time to actually come out with them is we try and master it and present the best possible product first, you know, rather than try it and it don't sound good.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into like reggae production that you don't necessarily have in dancehall production. Like the majority of the dancehall production doesn't really use live instruments.
right.
And then you have background vocals, and even the dynamic of the vocals that you're actually working with and the reggae rhythms are different the majority of the time from the dancehall. You know, you're working with a lot more singers and
Right.
That was what I wanted to ask. Do you feel as if the whole culture of it is changing then? Seeing that, I mean, where it's coming from, because a lot of people would say that, you know, it just doesn't sound the same. Everything sounds more computerized, for choice of words. It seems more digital. If you know, you get what I'm saying?
More digital than what though?
I mean, from where it's coming from, like where reggae is coming from, some people would say that they don't hear that authentic sound.
Yeah, well, I mean, alright. 10 years ago, I use a 3310, now I use a S5. You know what I mean? The things have evolved.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
we're not necessarily trying to take away from the authenticity of it, but we're evolving with the music, and so is the music evolving with us.
Okay.
I want to know the synergy though between two, because I'm still on that you don't listen to music thing, but no, but like how you guys work, and how is it working with the artists as well? Like, you know, like how is that balance creating the hits?
The thing is that we have, from day one, I mean, both of us were classically trained in music. David was the one that started building rhythms, and him showed me how to use the programs and the 2-hour build rhythms and whatever. But we've kind of set it to a certain style now, where it's like him have him own setup at home, and then we have the other studio, the actual studio, and him basically run him thing at home, and I run the studio. So basically what's happening now is David is building all of the rhythms, and I'm doing all of the work with the artists.
Okay.
So we kind of split up the
artist person.
David more deal with it.
Separation.
Hey, no, it's true, because when you hear,
It look like David no like the
even
artist.
when you hear the interview, even when you hear the artist them interview, and say, yeah, shout out to Jordan.
Yeah, this one is like the genius behind the
Yeah.
People will more say, yo, Jordan, hey, Chimney. But you're more hear that.
Yeah, he's interacting with
He's-
But that's the thing, both of us, this is the instrumental guy, I'm the vocals guy. So even when it come to mixing now, he mix the instrumentals, I mix the vocals. I record the vocals, he record the instruments. You know what I mean? We kind of split it down the middle, and we just kind of merge everything, and it just happens to work. I mean, at the end of the day, when we done do everything, both of us come and we kind of critique everything and, you know, get it to a final level. So, I mean, it's literally a 50-50 effort.
One thing me gotta ask you is, it seems like we're doing a reggae rhythms. Tarrus Riley usually have the biggest tune pan them rhythms. We don't know how.
May I listen to interview
I guess
with
we go
Tarrus
ask
Riley.
Jordan this. Oh,
Yeah, because may I listen to interview with Tarrus the other day, and Tarrus said,
Well,
what you mean? Jordan, I'm a brother, man. Jordan, I'm a brother. When me I tell you, say, I know my bread, and I'm not joke bread, I'm a brother. That
But that's the
You
thing,
know,
we have a chemistry, you know what I mean? Besides from even music, me and Tarrus hang out almost every day. You know what I mean? Him gone on tour, him call me almost every day, we link up. I have a little green juice ritual where I go get a green juice almost every day at Locious and now. And, you know, Tarrus will link up with me and get green juice all the time, and I go link him at rehearsal. As me say, me and him really have a friendship more than just music. So I mean, when we link up in the studio, it's just a mad chemistry, because Tarrus musically, I call him musically mad. That's what I call him. Because literally, as I press play on the rhythm, just go wild. You know?
Yeah.
Name
So-
See, yeah.
yeah, man. No, but it's like spirit take him or something. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same person. Mad, you know, run down the booth and ready for voice, and you know. So it's just a wicked chemistry. So I mean, I can't really explain.
So
it
you
better
find
than
it more difficult. I mean, people are different, but do you with the work that you put in terms of the rhythms and all of that, does it make your work easier as a producer when it come on to the artist, dealing with the artist, and when it comes to voicing and all of that?
Yeah, well, it depends, because I mean, some artists nowadays, almost every artist have their own studio. So, which I don't really like that, because I like to be involved in the entire production process, where even direction is concerned and certain things. So I mean, it's easier on one hand, but then it make post-production harder, because that means when I'm mixing now, I have to go and fix all of these things that I could have told the artist to fix when they were doing it, you know what I mean? So I actually prefer to be in studio with the artist and work.
My question is though, like, the obvious question, like, how you know that a rhythm is a hit? You know, like, is it do you think that is the artist make it a hit, or you guys the producers? Like,
I
how
mean,
you
it
know?
starts off with the vibe that you get, you know. And I don't think there's any way to quantify it to say, oh, this has to sound like this or that. Has to be like that, you know.
Yeah,
Ari
there's no
sound
formula
like
for
she
it.
want to ask, you do a survey before?
Well, when it really
No,
becomes
but-
a hit,
yeah.
you know, when it really becomes
Yeah.
a hit is when it goes out and the people receive it and turn it into a hit. That's
Yeah.
what makes it a hit.
So, because I'm saying, like, you probably say, you know what, this song, this rhythm, this is it.
Yeah.
And then you go, it's like, well,
Because
well,
I've been in the
maybe I'm a
studio and you
hacker.
hear some artists come in and them hear, yo, eat this in a Jordan. Jordan, I want you to go shot, you know. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, alright, when you hear a song and you love the song automatically. That's kind of what it is like, you know. We build a rhythm and this rhythm bad, and then we put it to an artist. Like we think about, alright, which artist could sound good on this? So put it to the artist, and then the artist come up with something wicked on there.
You know more.
You
artists,
ever
though?
had a failed hit?
A failed
Riddim?
hit.
I feel.
I'm going away.
Alright, leave the studio.
In the studio. No, I mean,
if anything, I dead row rhythm,
You
I
know
would have
what I
play
mean.
for guess that
You know
rhythm.
what I mean.
Yeah, well, of course,
Yeah.
we've had failed rhythms.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't succeed without failure. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only way you learn and you know, find a way how to right your wrongs. And that's we really try to do that a lot. That's why I'd hope to think that we keep getting better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because we learn from failures.
There can't really be a failed production because we wouldn't put it out if it was a fail.
Really?
From we put it out, that means that we both did our absolute best.
I'm
and both
comfortable
signed
with
up.
it.
So, however well it does out there after it's out is a different
It
thing.
depends on the audience then.
Yeah,
So, but
that
you make
depends
sure
on
you
the
put it
audience.
best.
But we always know, say, once it release, that's like our stamp of approval. So you can't really have any fail.
Speaking of what I wanted to find out, the country bus rhythm, right? When Assassin did voice on it, they did already have the name.
No,
Because
They
they
never have
said
the
in
name.
that's the
Yeah.
that's the funny thing about that situation is that we didn't even have Assassin in mind for the rhythm originally. It's just we finished voicing up the rhythm, and Assassin called me and he was like, "Yo, you know, I'm not left me." And I thought about it, and I was like, you know, Assassin bad for one jobs.
Very
Call
bad,
him,
very bad.
Yes.
Yo.
Call him in and him forward and thing, and all of a sudden country bus, I was like, yo, you know, so then the bad for the rhythm.
Yeah, because
too.
when I was listening to it, so the first one was
What me want ask though is, how we get to capture the feeling of a country bus? Because people look on her and say, yo, them two youth never dep on a country bus in their life. So how do because we listen to the rhythm as a John though.
Looks are deceiving, yeah?
True. So we listen to the rhythm as a John, we feel like, yeah, we're not dep on a country bus and listen. How do we manage to capture the feeling without doing rhythm in a country bus?
As Mr. Brother, I know me sing country bus. Assassin sing it. So, you know, we just name the rhythm after the song.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
But yeah, and you can only plan these things to an extent. You know, I read something the other day. It was like something like too much planning is the death of magic. So, I mean, to an extent, we kind of know certain things that have to go into the process. But after that point, you just leave it to the music and the creativity, and
Right.
you get these, basically magical creations. You know.
But I think we can avoid the question. It goes back to the whole relationship where producer artist is concerned. Because I mean I think everybody out there know the relationship that you guys and the boss of the Gaza had, you know. Then we realize say, alright, that did stop this, huh? Whenever I hear nothing more from the angle where we're producing and that. All of a sudden the happy hour rhythm drop. And you hear the Gaza boss from the rhythm. I mean, a lot of questions were asked, you know? Some of the... What can be said on that?
Boss. Yeah, refer to them, right? We refer to them.
Yo, stop the talk. You know,
Say the name, them right?
Alright, so basically, yeah, everybody, I'm sure everybody knows that Vybz Kartel work ethic is of a phenomenal level. Like, I don't know anybody that work like him in terms of voicing and everything, right? Back in the day, me and Kartel used to link like how me tell you, me and Taras right link. Right? Him used to, almost every day, me and him talk and, you know what I mean? Him basic, is the first artist me ever sit done with rhythm them. Like, we don't even have more rhythm for give.
Really?
Yeah, man. They would literally come up to the studio and voice 4, 5, 6 songs every single day.
Yeah, I know.
Or 2 weeks straight to my voice 4 songs every day.
Wow.
We couldn't put out all of those songs at the point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because then the question I ask is like for Kartel though, because if him doing it now, if him did it way up, then how long it take? Then you have like rhythms for years store up, and then
No,
you
well,
like,
that's the thing. We actually worked on an album with him. So we have an entire unreleased album, a whole catalog of Kartel that we haven't released.
You know, so
And
you
it's
can't just say them
releasing
thing there and not tell the people them when you're going to drop this or if you're
If
going to
it's
drop
going
No,
to be
well,
dropped.
we don't know. That's the thing. I mean, here's the thing. As I said, the relationship did kind of get severed at a point. And, you know what I mean? We did come to a decision. It don't make sense. I mean, if we and him not, you know, on a certain level, why are we going to be releasing Kartel songs? You know what I mean? But I mean, now he's incarcerated. He's a great artist.
But wouldn't it do well for your business though? Because everybody love Kartel, so if you release it, then
Yeah, but
money.
I mean, there are a whole part of artists. I mean, we hit for 5 years after Kartel and us stopped linking it. You know what I mean? There's a whole heap of good artists out there that we can hit with just as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, as I say, he's incarcerated now. Kartel is a great artist, and we want that to live on. You know, so we decided that. I don't know when we're going to be releasing anymore. We have lots more. I don't know if or when we're going to be releasing anymore, but you know.
We'll just hear it.
So my question, so I have to ask, so you have
Potential.
like riddims like you do from 2009.
Alright,
you
so
can
even that
release
one
now.
that wasn't Vice and that Riddim, you know. Yeah, we have to revamp and come again. I mean, the rhythms that we're making 5 years ago don't, it sound completely different from what we're making now.
Okay.
You think he would have surprised to hear it that day when he hear it tonight?
Yeah, I mean, more than
Hear it
likely, but I mean, I'm sure in real life, I'm sure in
I never want to
figure
say it.
So,
I don't know what him thinking or what him think nowadays, trust me.
all the talk about rhythms and hits, what would you guys say unequivocally are the biggest rhythm I ever put out?
Or it's like you
I really want to hear this, you know.
If the two of them have different opinion.
I don't know what David's opinion is. My opinion is Tropical Escape. First one job. Either that or Island Vibes.
Both reggae inspired rhythms, eh?
I mean, Island Vibes came out before that one, and still I play. You know the dance them. I mean, that's
Yeah, but that's Jamaica though.
yeah. I don't really know which one to tell you, honestly. I have certain
Or
top
even maybe
favorites
Happy
that-
Hour, who knows?
Yeah, big tune, way up, stay up. A big
As I talk about that, as I say way upstairs, Jordan, who tall? You are ching. Come here and say him are the tallest brother in Jamaica. But Jordan is tall.
I am 6'6", Chiching is 6'7".
Wow.
Okay, same right.
Why do you know this? How you know this?
Me and Chiching par every day.
Are the two tallest brother in Jamaica?
Chiching just left the studio.
Yo, there's something about like freakishly tall people. Anytime they buck each other, them always have to be like, yo,
Yo, but
Yeah, how tall you be? Let me ask you, how do you know that?
Let me just explain.
The exact
This is a
measurements.
little bit off topic now, but let me explain that.
No, this is what we do. Off topic. Yes.
Alright, you see, because we're so tall, alright, I barely see anybody on my height. You know, I'm always looking at head tops.
So if you ever
literally.
lost
I can
Jordan in the
definitely-
party,
I can
just
definitely
stand
see
ahead.
Yeah, if you want to find me in a party, just
A real talk. Me there one party at Ochi and me see Jordan stand up. I just know say Jordan. Him and ching me see stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
say yeah, him that.
So what I was saying now, as I say, always looking down on head tops, you know what I mean? So, when you see somebody on your height or taller than you, automatically, well, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel
Don't be
intimidated.
so alone.
No, I feel intimidated, like it's weird looking up at somebody.
Yeah.
Or even
I
looking
always get that feeling.
Well, sorry for you, it's kind of shy.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm even up higher. I mean, just a tall plan, tall crew, you know?
So what's next?
Tall
What's
and-
next for Chimney Records in terms of for the rest of the year?
Well, we're dropping a new rhythm tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What's the name of that one? We can
After
get the name?
party.
After party.
I think just in time for your summer.
We now have to ask about that one day. When you hear the name people after
Are we
party.
gonna get it to play? No? Yeah.
Right? No. I literally just finished
Yeah,
mixing it at the studio. That's
So
why
it'll drop
I
tomorrow.
walked in almost late.
Okay.
Alright, people, just want to give thanks to Jordan and David for us tune of Chimney Records.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
Yo,
Looking forward to all them.
Keep
rhythms
putting
and
in
all
the
these
good
things.
work.
True.
Where the people them can find, social media? I don't know.
Well, there's Instagram. You can find us. There's at Chimney Records is the official IG account for Chimney, and then you have at Jordan Chimney and at David Chimney. That's each of our personal accounts. We're on Twitter at Chimney Records, Facebook Chimney Records.
Chimney Records.
Yeah, just Chimney Records.
Chimney Records.
If it's not Chimney Records, it's Jordan Chimney or David Chimney.
Okay.
Alright,
okay.
people. Chimney Records, Nightly Fix.
Well, you know it's Dam Dam, also known as Random Guy. You don't know, representing for the Nightly Fix, Addictive the Entertaining Radio. I'm going to tell you this right about now. I just want to know if subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't forget that's something there. People also like us on Facebook. Alright, because you know Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, because we're Mount Nobita. Talk with Spitter. And also, don't forget the Instagram. You got to follow us on Instagram, because you know the Instagram is where the thing going. See? So I'm soon now, morning.